Hey guys, so Welcome to Derry just ended, and I thought the series as a whole was pretty good. But I found that the final episode wasn't exactly perfect. At least not as perfect as what some people have been saying. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm just a contrarian making a video dissing on the last episode because everybody else thought it was really good, and I'm just trying to be different. I actually really liked the last episode. I found it very entertaining. Keyword there, entertaining. You see, I found a lot to like in this episode, but I also found a decent amount that I just didn't really like at all in this episode. And since I seem to be the only person online with this opinion, I felt the need to share it. Now, I can't really review this episode without spoiling it, so here's your spoiler warning. Now, before I dig into what I didn't like about the finale, I'm going to start with the things I did like. I did really like that we got to see Pennywise kind of go crazy. This is the most powerful that we've ever seen him on screen. He kills in front of large groups of people out in the open. I mean, he's just going wild, and it is really fun to watch. I mean, normally he just kind of picks people off one by one, but in this episode, stealth is optional, baby. He just is going all out, and it is really fun to see. I also like how straight to the action this episode is. Like, before the theme song even plays, Pennywise shrouds the town in darkness and completely takes over the school and kidnaps all the children. Like, this episode is not holding back. If you are bored watching this episode, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Also, this goes without saying, but Pee-Wizzy steals the show in every scene he's in. He is phenomenal in this show. Every time he's on screen, it's the best part of the episode. Also, this isn't really part of the finale, but the rest of the show leading up to this is very, very good. So, like, the main plot line of this finale is very satisfying. And that's part of why them jumping in so quickly works, is because the last few episodes have kind of set up this climax perfectly. Alright, now that I've covered some of the things that I really enjoyed about this episode, I'm going to start talking about the stuff that I didn't really like. And most of it just has to do with weird plot holes and writing errors, which is weird because of the rest of the show is pretty tight, I felt. Like, there wasn't any point where I was like, hey, that's kind of dumb, until this episode where it, like, happened multiple times, and it was honestly pretty distracting. Like, the first one that comes to mind is in the middle of the episode, the kids are trying to take the dagger that they know is Pennywise's weakness. They're trying to take it to this spot that will basically, like, imprison him so that he can't escape Derry and get out to the rest of the world. And, like, as they're walking, we cut to the adults who are, like, also on their way there. And they explain that the dagger is basically like a Horcrux. And, like, if you have it on your person, it, like, makes you go crazy and, like, puts you in a bad mood. And so the adults establish that. However, the kids are not with them. So the kids do not know this information. Unless, I don't know, it was already established, like, in a prior episode and I just missed it. But if so, I don't know why this scene of exposition is necessary. Like, if we already knew. Anyway, it cuts to the kids, and we start to see the effects of the dagger on Lily. And within, like, no joke, 15 seconds, the other two girls put together that it is the dagger making Lily go crazy. Like, immediately. How did you guys put that together that quickly? You guys are battling a shape-shifting clown. It's not weird that one of you would just randomly have a mental breakdown. Like, that seems pretty par for the course here. But, like, they immediately are like, oh, it's because of the dagger. Like, how did you guys figure that out that quickly? Like, did I just miss something? Or is that, like, weird to anybody else? Now, this isn't the only stupid thing dagger-related in this episode. Because later in the episode, when the kids are trying to get the dagger to the tree where they need to lock it in so that Pennywise can't get out, there are the evil military people that are looking for the kids. And, like, you know, it's like a snowstorm. They can't really see him. And they go up to the adults who they have trapped. And they're like, tell us where the kids are. We need the dagger, because they want to let Pennywise get out. So they're like, just tell us where the kids are. And their dad, who is with the adults, the dad of one of the kids, literally sees them off in the distance with the dagger because it's glowing. So you can see them through the snowstorm. He literally makes eye contact with them walking. And the military people are like, so where are they? Literally, there are two sources of light in this scene. It is the military men's flashlights and the glowing dagger, which the military men are looking for. Like, I don't know where they are, guys. Just, don't turn around. Like, literally, if the military guys would have just turned around, they would have seen the glowing dagger, and Pennywise would have gotten out and killed everyone. Like, this is just, like, way too convenient that none of them saw the only thing that was, like, pulsating with light. Like, just none of them saw that. In, like, zero visibility, where that's, like, the only visible thing out there. And that isn't the only stupid thing that happened with the military people either. See, the general, whose, like, whole plan it is to try and control Pennywise and unleash him, he, at one point, sees that Pennywise is paralyzed. Say that 5 times fast. And in the snowstorm, he runs out to Pennywise and, like, tries to talk to him. And then Pennywise wakes up from something I'll talk about in a second. And they have, like, this short interaction, which ends with Pennywise killing him. Now, why would the general go out to him? Even if he's paralyzed. He knows what he can do. Literally, in a previous episode, we were under the impression that he was going to unleash Pennywise on Soviet soldiers. Like, he was going to try and cage him and just drop him in Soviet territory and let them terrorize him. So he knows that this creature is able to take out multiple military squads of people at once. He knows what it's capable of. And for whatever reason, he just decides to go out unarmed and confront it. Even if it's temporarily paralyzed. Why? You're like the top army dude. Aren't you, like, supposed to be smart or something? Like, there's no logical reasoning for him to go out there, other than they just needed the character to die to explain why the military stopped pursuing this. You know what else I think is weird? You know how I said Pennywise was paralyzed? Well, he was paralyzed because Professor X, who was with the adults, had the ability to go into his mind and temporarily have him in, like, his domain expansion, where he just trolls Pennywise for, like, a few minutes. Now, I think this scene was pretty cool. It was pretty fun to watch. But how powerful is Halloran? Like, I get the shine is, like, a big deal, but he infiltrates this, what is pretty much a god's mind, tricks him and gaslights him, and, like, Pennywise is 100% falling for it until someone in the real world intervenes with Halloran's body and it, like, messes up the illusion. Which, like, why did Pennywise buy this? Because if he is really as powerful as we are led to believe, shouldn't he have been tipped off that maybe, like, this wasn't real? Like, what was going on was, like, Halloran messing with him, because he knows that he has these abilities. I mean, he's talked to him about it before. This isn't, like, new for Pennywise. He knew that he could do this stuff. It's weird, because, like, Pennywise's intelligence kind of fluctuates, because sometimes he is, like, really clever, and then there's moments like this where he just kind of falls for stupid stuff. Now, speaking of character inconsistencies, there is Will's mom. Now, I thought that she is the normal character, like the everyman. Like, when she hears that Pennywise exists from her son and from her husband, she rationally is like, hey, we should get out of Derry. In the entire series, she is like, as soon as she finds out that Pennywise is real, she is pleading to get out of town. Like, absolutely pleading. And then at the very end of the show, the Native American lady gives their family an offer to stay in Derry and help with the Native American people that, like, keep Pennywise in check. kind of. Like, they make sure that he stays within Derry's, like, city limits or whatever. And she is like, yes, she's totally on board. Like, what? You still want to stay here? Like, you know what is here. You know, like, how bad it is. And you know that it's gonna come back. And, like, you've experienced the horrors of this thing, and the entire time you're like, we need to leave. And at the very end, she just switches on a dime, and she's like, you know what? We should stay. Like, even I saw an article about, like, how the actress was also mad about this, and, like, yeah, I mean, I agree, because it's kind of dumb. It's not character development. She doesn't warm up to Derry. I mean, heck, like, even take away Pennywise, like, this place is still pretty racist. Like, so she has, like, no reason to want to stay. It's like, it's not like, you know, when Pennywise is dormant, this is a nice place to stay anyway. Like, literally, a white supremacist group burns down an all-black bar, and they're, like, barely influenced by Pennywise. Like, later on, we're led to believe that this is, like, the big moment at the end of every Pennywise cycle. There's always this moment at the end where a calamity happens and a lot of people die. But, like, he wasn't really involved. Ingrid kind of leads us to believe that this just kind of happened, and he, like, third-partied. He's like the dude who nobody invited. Like, he just shows up in the middle and, like, takes advantage of the situation and eats some people. But, like, it's not like he caused it. So, like, if this kind of crap happens all the time, I would leave. Also, this might be a little nitpicky, but there's this scene where this van skids to a halt on the ice without sliding. I don't know about you, but that, like, really pulled me out of the moment. I hope by now that I've proved to you that this episode is not perfect. Not to say that it isn't good. Flaws of this episode do not fully ruin it, and they don't ruin the rest of the series. I don't think that the episode is as perfect as people have been saying, as I previously mentioned. I have more things to say about it that I thought were dumb, but I thought I'd cut the yap and just get to the point. I'd say the episode itself gets, like, maybe a 7.5. The series gets, like, an 8 or an 8.5, because the series overall is really good. It's super entertaining. Even with the flaws in the last episode, it's still a pretty good watch. Like, all things considered, I'm being pretty mean here. There have definitely been worse endings. Alright, well, hey, thank you for hearing out my opinions. I thought I'd do a TV show review on a TV show that was relevant, and hey, I think I have some pretty valid points here. So, tell me what you think in the comments. Am I completely wrong? Am I just a dumb poo-poo head who doesn't understand peak? Or am I completely justified with my complaints? Let me know. Alright, see ya.